This is the Padua Podcast Network.
And it's a beautiful day wherever I am. Running a Fever, episode 194, an old, new strategy. I don't know where I am. I'm at a place, I know what it's called. It's called Lake Atalanta, Pleasant Ridge. Now, I have recorded at Lake Atalanta, so and it's interesting. I do have my phone. Everything is low on batteries right now, except the recorder and the camera. And I am recording this because I wanted to, it's turning fall. I was headed for Lake Atalanta. It's getting to fall, so I thought I would do a video. I don't know if I've done an actual video before. I know that I've been there, and it's been a while. It's been a long time. And so I got kind of lost. I mean, I found a new route to get to Lake Atalanta, or to get to Rogers, which is another way of saying I got lost. No, seriously, I did find a new route, and it has saved me some time coming to Rogers from Springdale, where I live and work. But I didn't look closely at the route after I got to Rogers, and when I started heading out here toward the lake. I don't actually see a lake right now. I'm on a trail, and it's a different trail than I was on last time. That's what I'm saying. So I got on my GPS and found Lake Atalanta. But what it found was the lake. The point was like right in the middle of the lake on the map. So it brought me to the lake. And this just happens to be another part, I guess, of that park. And my fitness watch is, I'm going to try to start it up again, but it's very low on batteries. And I do have my phone, which I believe still has like 15% battery, something like that. So I might be able to do this on time. So I'll know when I have to turn around and come back if I'm not making a loop or something. I don't know, maybe a very short loop. I really don't know what is going on here because I don't know where I am. And it says the battery needs charging, which I already knew. It tells me it's 1544. So what I was planning to do is come up to Lake Atalanta and take a short, relatively short walk, and then head back down south because I got someplace to be tonight. I figured if I had 3 hours it'd be enough. And it did, in fact. Well, it took about an hour to get here, but wouldn't have probably taken that long. There's a creek, not a lake, crossing a creek. Anyway, it's interesting. It's a nice place. It's a new place. Didn't expect to be at a new place today, but here I am. And you're getting to watch it on video, or you can. runningfever.com/YouTube. Probably also put it in, I try to put the videos, when I have an actual live video, I try to put it in the post, which would be at runningfever.com/194. And it's a beautiful day wherever I am. Yesterday, the last 2 days it's rained. Yesterday it rained pretty much all day, just poured down. That's why I'm out here instead of mowing the lawn today, because it's just too wet. And it actually got down in the 60s yesterday. I'm thinking about, usually October 1st is when I switch to long sleeves. And just, no matter what, because I hate switching back and forth. But. So yeah, my fitness watch is almost dead, and I think what I'm going to do, I don't usually shop on like good, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but I think I'm going to look for a Cyber Monday deal on a better fitness watch. Maybe the same brand, but the kind that actually looks like a watch, because I really don't like the looks of this. And I could, because this one is fine, it's just I don't like the looks of it, and the battery runs out. So that way I could wear this one when I sleep or work out, and then I could wear the other one. Well, I've got some nice, apparently this is an ecologically significant area, number 4. And I've got some nice pictures of flora, flowers, plants. Yeah, so I think Cyber Monday I'm going to look for a Samsung Gear S3 probably that looks decent, and then I will get several advantages from that. I'll be able to switch off the watches. I'll also have 2 chargers. I can put one at work if need be. Howdy.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I was thinking somebody's gonna, just run up and take the camera from me because I don't want to be on video. So anyway, that's my plan. See if I can get a good deal on one of those. There's a lot of tech stuff that they have sales on. It is currently, today is September 25th. I'm wondering if this is a very short, I think this may be a rather short circuit. In which case, probably do a couple of them. But if this goes out to the road, which is what I think it does, then it won't be long before I'm back where I started. So, why am I out here? Why am I doing a short walk? I've been listening to old episodes, and I've also been, I try to learn from my mistakes and experience. Sometimes it's not a mistake, sometimes it's just, a turn that went the wrong way. It's not necessarily a mistake if you didn't anticipate it or didn't have a choice. But anyway, I'm just trying to learn, and so I've been looking back a lot on the difference between this year and last year and what was going on last year. There was a lot of change going on last year physically and in many other ways. I really had a lot of momentum from losing a lot of weight early in the year. So I had that going, and I was coming from a very restrictive diet. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, so I was coming at it from a more restrictive point. So it was I was leveling off. It's pretty good. I still had a lot of fluctuation in my weight, but and I was getting my fitness routine worked out. Well, now I'm at the old Lake Atalanta area. I'm recognizing that. I'm pretty sure I didn't cross the road, so if I stay on this side, I think I'm going to be okay. Just kind of playing it by ear here. No sheet music to read from on this guy. anyway, so I was getting some strength training into my workout, and that's when I really started getting serious. And that's when I started that, I count from that time period as the time that I have gained all this muscle. And I gained from that time to August of this year, I gained about 19 pounds. Trying to use a 7-day average to take out the fluctuations from day to day. So that's what was going on last year. And I was also I was walking 3 times a week at that point. And I was really I was recording every time I went out, just talking about what I was doing, because there's so much was changing. And so what is the old new strategy? Because the strength training program has worked well for me. And what I've done recently is I've just kind of put some more cardio in there gradually. By playing racquetball for approximately 40 minutes, and now up to 3 times a week. Started once a week and went to twice, and now I'm up to 3 times a week. I don't always make it because there's things that get in the way. Like this week there was biometric screening that happened, and also Friday I'm leaving town. Well, I'm going to actually work out on Friday before I leave town. And the strength training part, I could go to a straight 3-day schedule, but what I'm doing is sticking with the 4 workout schedule and only doing 3 of them a week. So, for example, I might do 3 of them and not do legs this week, but legs would be the first thing next week. So I've got a little more than a week of recovery time. And I found that recovery time is a big factor in how much I can do. So I decided to just stick with the 4 workouts and do them 3 per week, and just rotate whatever the next workout is that I haven't done. I'll do the next one when that day comes up. And that's worked pretty well for me, even though, like if I'm out for a while, I just go to the last workout that I did and look at the next one. And so that's what I've been doing. So 4 workouts. So anyway, that's been working well, and I'm just going to continue to do that. May alter that slightly, but right now I think I just need to continue to build muscle mass. And so I've got the cardio going, but I remember also last year, and I'm going to say I remember, but I do remember, but my memory has been refreshed by listening to the old podcast. What was also going on was kind of like a battle for metabolism. I was still working out a lot, and was actually trying to build my calories back up without gaining or losing weight. I was staying at the same weight. And I was just starting to work out, so I was gaining a little bit of muscle and a little bit of, not really muscle, but when you start working out, you start sort of fleshing out muscle that hasn't had circulation for a while. And So let dry muscles kind of filling up with the fluids it needs. And so it's gaining a little bit of weight that way, but I was also still trying to get my calories up from the big, highly restrictive diet that I was on. And at times I was finding it hard to find calories, which now that I think back on it, I mean, I can easily find calories now because I've added, nuts and fruits and homemade granola and all kinds of things like that. It's really high in calories and also fairly good for you. So I don't think I'm ever going to have that problem again. But I was doing a lot more, I think. So I'm going to try to put some more walking in. And I've been stuck on this thing where every time I walk, it has to be that 5-mile walk or whatever. And so that's why I came up here on a Wednesday afternoon to do a shorter walk and just get it in so I had some more walking in, because at the time when I decided to sort of cut back on that, I was walking 12 miles a week, 4 miles 3 times a week. And of course it's getting to take too long to get done in a reasonable period of time and do all the other things in life I need to do, because it takes me, slow as I am, 2 hours or more just to do 5 miles. So this is a pretty good workout. I've got a hill here that I'm working on, and it's going over a creek. Well, this part of the trail is not actually around the lake like the other one is. It goes up into the hills and mountains and by a creek, and as you can see if you're watching the video, we don't have a lake. On the other part that I've been on before, you can see the lake the entire time. There was not like at Lake Fayetteville where there's trees in between sometimes. But this is a woody area and it's fall. It's starting autumn, which is a nice time to be up here. So now that I've cut back on the walking, even though I'm doing other cardio, I say other cardio, the kind of walking I do is not fast enough to be cardio. It does raise if I'm going uphill like this, I can raise my heart rate. If my watch had any juice, I could probably take my heart rate right now. Oh, in fact, just for kicks, I'm going to turn off power saving briefly. I'm still going uphill and I'm going to take my heart rate. Cardiologist says 116 is what I need for 25 minutes. We're already over 10,000 steps today. All right, and last time I took a heart rate, it was 80. And now I'm taking a new one. And it doesn't seem to be working. There it is. Okay. Got to see that zigzaggy line. I don't know. He showed me, maybe if I'm looking for another watch, I should also look for one that has a more accurate EKG on it. Okay, yeah, I know that the power saving it's really almost going to shut off on me now. Did it ever get that measurement? I cannot read it. All right, well, it's dimmed out on me. So that might be 122. That's probably what that is. Turn power saving back on when it reminds me, because it's too dim to see the settings menu right now. But when I went to the cardiologist, he And he actually put in his notes that are accessible on the internet now. It's pretty cool. I actually sent him a message asking for more explanations that I forgot to ask about. And he replied. And I happen to know that a visit to one of these guys is like over $300. I don't have to pay that much because I have insurance. I mean, I pay it every payday, but it's nice that you can do something as convenient as email then. Well, yeah, that's another unknown area to me. Really, I would say it was maybe some kind of bike or skate park, but there's no concrete. There's a nice overlook. Well, no idea what time it is. I just know I'm kind of out here walking around, and it's a completely different place. So, I mean, I could be rail yard. I don't know. It seems to me I was going to the right when I left. No, I went to the left. I went to the left, so I should be okay. Eventually, I should come out to where I was before. There's a map. What a concept. Look at the map. Okay, this is the entry. Dog park. All right, got a rough idea where I am now. I don't think I'm too terribly far. I think I'm more than halfway around. I don't know. Does it say how many miles it is? Oh, these are for bike riders. I guess it's more of a bike trail. All right, no idea how far around it is. Just gonna keep going. I think be okay. Kind of hard to say though. It's a park, so I'm gonna try not to walk on the grass. Anyway, why? So 12 miles a week, 4 miles, 3 days a week. That's 12 miles. That's what I was doing. And I was getting up over 4 miles. I was going to the full 5.25 miles around Lake Fayetteville. And for some reason, I just wanted to do that every time, and I didn't really think I needed that much. So I cut back, and I started doing that maybe once. And that's what I've been doing ever since. Once every week or two. This looks like it's going into town. Yeah, I'm going into town. I got to go back around and back to Lake Atalanta. I got to go back the way I came. Okay. Well, not back the way I came, but around this thing and back the way I came into this little circuit, which is a bike park basically. And it looks like, dirt bikes. There's no, I suppose it'd be more a skate park if there was concrete everywhere. Anyway, now I know where to go. This is the end of the trail. So I'm coming back. It's a loop at the end of the trail, and you go back over the same trail. It's not like a complete circuit type thing. So I don't know what when I was driving in, I saw a concrete trail like this going alongside the road that I was on, and I haven't been on that yet, so that must be a different one. I don't know. This is not Lake Atalanta. It's probably something that you saw on the video that I don't remember because I didn't read, but I should have gotten it on the video, I think. Call it something else, I'm sure, but it's all connected. So why not go back, since and I got a little momentum from the weekend because I did fast this weekend in preparation for the biometric screening. And even though I did not pass biometric screening with flying colors, I did lose 5 pounds. I lost 5 pounds the first day of fasting and 0 pounds the second day. I was exactly the same weight after another day of not eating and drinking very little. Still, when I started, I was probably 220 something. I don't know. Now I'm kind of 212 today, which is the realm that's a lot better than in the 220s from my perspective. And I don't ever want to go super restrictive again, because I have just like accidentally done that in the, since last year, and it just hasn't been good for me. I just, I do it and I don't think, because I don't know why, but you gotta get your nutrition. It's just imperative. Things can go really wrong. Oh, my watch is still alive. It's so dim I can't see anything on it though. I never want to do that again. Now I've ramped up a little bit, but I just obviously got some kind of metabolism problem, and I think also I really believe that my cheat meals got out of hand. I know they did, and I know that I just because I would come home from the grocery store with way more than I could eat in a meal. So then it would wind up being the next day, and maybe there's some stuff left over halfway through the next week, and raises my calorie count for the whole week. So I need to get back on track with that, and had no cheat meal this week, and I was gonna cheat if I made my BMI, but I didn't. So I'm going out of town Friday, and I will do the best I can, but I'm not planning a cheat meal or anything. So we've got that until next Friday, and then we're going to try to do something reasonable. Like, I've been listening, so I kind of heard what I was having for cheat meal back then. It sounded a lot more reasonable, so I'm going to try to do that. And I think that, and I'm getting a little bit of momentum here from just doing regular diet and a little more exercise. And, so you can overdo it on dieting, you can overdo it on exercising. And I don't want to do either one, because it winds up eventually putting a stop. Eventually something happens, you burn out, you have to stop, have some physical or medical problems you can't deal with. So I don't want to do either one of those. So I'm pretty solid on the diet thing, I think. I have to be careful adjusting my diet that I don't get too low on the calories. And so for the exercise, I am doing a little extra. That's my plan, is to do a little bit of extra, do some walking, short walks during the week. And still, want to do the occasional. Weather's getting really nice for hiking, so looking forward to doing some of that in the fall. I'm really thinking maybe January I might take a trip to Mountain Magazine, the highest point in Arkansas. So you got to do it while you can. I think I can right now. I don't have any major injuries or anything like that. I'm doing fine, because I played racquetball this morning, and I'm out walking this afternoon. Felt really good this morning, and I went to work and walked, and I had 3,000 steps when I walked in to work, and left with only probably about 8,000, so I didn't get quite as much as I expect to get at work. Lately I've just had this tendency to just sit, and as they say, sitting is the new smoking. So I'm able to do this right now. I hopefully I've got a better idea of what's overdoing it. Then I know when I need to ease back a little bit. Also went a week without weight training. And I'm kind of involuntarily easing back into that because I've got tomorrow is a regular lift day, and then racquetball on Friday. And I won't be in town on Saturday, so I won't be lifting. Probably going to try to take some kind of walk this weekend because there's a couple places I know. Not ideal because they're really just parking lots or a track, but going out to an actual hiking trail is probably not in the cards, but I should be able to get some exercise in. But it's good to be kind of ramping back up on the weight training anyway. I want to get back next week. Should be 3 days. I've got some kind of insect really interested in me. So that's an old new strategy. It was new last year, and now it's the old new strategy. Does that make sense to you? It seems a little complicated to me, but as I've said, this isn't always simple. It's certainly not easy, but you just have to do it, and that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm open to ideas. I'm always trying to get better, and I would appreciate your feedback. mail@runningafever.com, or you can comment on YouTube or at runningfever.com on the website on the post for this episode or others. By the way, I got a really nice comment on one of the centenarian YouTube videos. It was basically just an audio episode with a picture. Can't remember her name. She was French, but a very nice listener found that and said that he or she was that was her great grandmother or his great grandmother, and thanked me very much for doing the episode. So it's always nice to get feedback, and especially from people related to my subjects in some way. So thank you for listening. Keep on keeping the fever, and I will talk to you next time on Running a Fever.